What's up, everybody? You are live with Johnathan Maness, a.k.a. the One-Leg Bandit, and I'm back today because let me tell you something. My YouTube algorithms are going way up and getting a lot more views and a lot more subscribers, and everything is definitely helping. Thank you, LinkedIn Live, for this platform. Today, again, we're talking about football because it is outstanding football being played right now. If you're missing the games, you are absolutely missing out. Wild card weekend last weekend was great. Yesterday was great. We're going to go over all those games and picks, and then we're going to dive into more detail the games for today, because today is just a special day with Tom Brady and Drew Brees playing this afternoon's game. I'm wearing my Super Bowl Gronk jersey because I'm pulling for Gronk to have a great day. I don't have a Gronk Bucks jersey, but I'm definitely pulling for Gronk today. But I just want to thank everybody for the support. You know, my main mission here with Maness Veteran Medical is to get the highest quality products that I can out to the veterans with the VA and the DOD, and I'm doing an outstanding job. I have great partners. Everybody knows how dedicated I am to my job and what I do. I do appreciate the platform, though, being able to talk about something different here as well, so I can get more viewers and more eyes upon what I'm doing, because I'm trying to grow Maness Veteran Medical and doing outstanding with that. No problem there. I'm helping my partners, but also I'm trying to get anybody that is interested in starting your own business contacting me. That way I can get you into federal contracting. You may not know this, but federal contracting is where the money is at. The budgets are set. It's kind of like having a puzzle, okay? It's not a too complicated puzzle. It's like a 100-piece puzzle. And if you take your time and you get your pieces laid out, you can put your puzzle together, and you know what type of budget you're working with, and you know what type of money you can go and grab. So I strongly recommend, if you care and want to grow your business, to reach out to me at the One-Leg Bandit at Maness Veteran Medical and let me help you grow your business in federal contracting, because I'm the master at this. Okay, I've procured over $1 billion for my clients. I know what I'm doing. I'm dedicated. I love it. I love success of other people. Bringing success to other people has always brought me success. So I absolutely love that, and I love my mission. So please check out YouTube, Johnathan Maness, and check out all the past live streams, not about football talk, but about my products and partners, because you'll see the views are going through the roof, and I'm creating awareness for these products, and that's what I'm trying to do. You know, and it's been nothing but success, because we take pride in what we do, and we have love for our LinkedIn family and our YouTube family. So thank you again. Subscribe at YouTube, Johnathan Maness. So let's get back to football here. Okay, yesterday's football games was outstanding. All right, we had the Rams at the Packers, and we had the Ravens at the Bills. So yesterday we picked both of the proper teams with the spread, so that we did right. What we did not do right is the over and under on the Bills and the Ravens. We thought there would be a ton of points scored, and there absolutely was not. The final score was 17-3. Now, I didn't pay too much close attention. I should have. If I was doing this professionally, again, I got to do a disclaimer. Everything I'm talking about today is for fun. I am de-stressing. I am getting to know you, my LinkedIn family, and my YouTube family. I'm trying to spread the word. I am not a professional. I do not gamble on the football games. If I do, it's just very rarely when I go to Vegas or whatever. So understand that. I am talking about speculating the games and having a great time. I am, with that being said, a very avid football watcher. Been doing it my whole life, and I'm, very knowledgeable, compared to just everybody out there, but it doesn't matter. Just take what I'm saying with a grain of salt and have a good time and talk and support your team. That's what I want to do. I want to create conversation. So yesterday, the Bills, we definitely was on the Bills. We liked the Bills. They were giving up like 2.5 points. We went with the Bills, and they won as far as the pick goes. Now, we also thought the game would be over. I was with Tony yesterday, and he's not with me today, but he will be back next weekend. And thank you very much for being here with me, Tony, yesterday. That was great. But the Bills advanced, and Josh Allen is just playing great. He did exactly what we thought. He was rolling to the right. He hit his passes down the field. They had a great job running in the run game, but their defense really stepped up with that pick six in the end zone, taking it 101 yards. What a great play and way to cap it for the Bills. And yesterday also, the Packers done exactly what we thought. They beat the Rams by by more than 9.5 points. So we went with the Packers, and the pick, and they done great. Aaron Rodgers looked great. He had fun. He was smiling. He got the ball to all of his secondary receivers, like we talked about. We was thinking that he would reach out and get the secondary receivers, and he did. Devontae Adams had a big day, but also did his second receivers and third receivers did as well. And so just some great games yesterday. But today is the day for football, okay? Let's just be real, okay? Today is Drew Brees and Tom Brady, and it is the game of a lifetime. I mean, look at the wins that they have. Look at all the Super Bowls that they have combined. Of course, Tom Brady has more Super Bowls, but still, they're both outstanding. Look at the teams that they have right now. It's just going to be a wonderful game. And no matter what happens, the NFC and AFC championship games are going to be great, okay? But we, as far as this dream goes, we are pulling for Tom Brady today. I want Tom Brady to complete this task. He had a task, and I love it when people put a plan and a mission together. He left his home up there in New England. He had been there for 20 years. That was his home. How many Super Bowls has he won? How many division championships? He left it and said, you know what? I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm going to make my own way. He went to Tampa Bay. Okay, first and foremost, nobody was even thinking about Tampa Bay right out the gate where he might go. But he got some of his pieces together. He got Gronk to come with him, and now he's got AB there. And he already had Godwin sitting there waiting on him, and Mike Evans. And, he's got a good good backfield. And he stole the running back from Jacksonville. So now he hasn't really broken it out yet, but Leonard Fournette, but he could definitely break out. And I just think that they have the tools to go ahead into New Orleans after losing twice to them already this season, and one time pretty handedly. I think that Tom knows what he's got to do, knows who he's got to hit, and I think they're going to have a game plan. Now, with that being said, I don't think they're going to go into New Orleans and just smack them. I think it's going to be a back and forth. And as I spoke yesterday, the person or the team with the ball with about minute 10, minute 20 seconds left will win this game, even if they're down. I believe Tom Brady will come back, and I believe Drew Brees will come back, to win the game, or at least have a chance. You never know when it's a field goal, but if they get close enough to score, either one of these quarterbacks can get it done. So what an amazing game. And if Tom Brady can get it done and get this much closer to the Super Bowl, I just think that fate might be on his side, so he can just leave this whole NFL in all of what he's done over his what I call book of business, his time in the NFL, and just get that statue made in Tampa Bay. He'll have a statue in New England, and they just have nothing left to prove. Now, I know he'll probably come back because he just wants to keep competing. That's the type of man he is. But if they win the Super Bowl, I think that he should just be the champion that he is, and then be an ambassador to whatever else he wants to do, because he will have conquered football. Then he come to a new team and win the Super Bowl. That would just be outstanding. But let's talk about the Cleveland Browns and the task that they have today, okay? They have to go to Kansas City, and they have to beat Kansas City at home. I do think they have some fans there at KC today. So, you could tell last night it don't take too many fans to get real loud. I mean, look at how the fans in Buffalo was last night. But if Baker goes and can keep the game close and keep it within a, one-score game, anything could happen. The one thing that the Browns do not want to happen is that they do not want to be down 17-0 at the end of the first quarter. If that's the case, the game will be a blowout, and I don't think they'll recover. I just don't think they're built for that. But I do believe that they're built really well to run the football against Kansas City, and then I think soften them up with the running will open up some passes for Baker and Peoples-Jones and Jarvis Landry. So look, let's think about this, okay? Kansas City, I don't believe, has beaten anybody by more than a touchdown in the last 5 weeks, okay? You're getting 9.5 points with Cleveland. I would go with Cleveland all day long. Just take those points. It's a playoff football game, but you still got to take those points and believe in what Cleveland can do, in my opinion. A lot of people may think that the Chiefs just drum them today, and they might do that. They are definitely well equipped where they can go out and drum people, but I just don't see that happening. I see a little bit of fate here for Baker and the Browns getting this far. I can see a story brewing, and the story being the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the two teams that a lot of people wasn't really thinking about, or maybe the Bills and the Bucks down in Tampa. But the story would be their home game for Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. I mean, never been done before there. And then whoever might come up. Now, everybody knows the Chiefs are the favorite, and yes, they can definitely beat anybody in the NFL on any given day. But the story would be a lot prettier if two of the underdogs got there and was able to play Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. But there's a lot of games left to go before we even get there. So, nobody really knows. That's what today is going to do. Today is going to tell the tale and paint the picture a little bit better, and then we can speculate a little bit more next week. But let me just say here, anybody that wants to chat with me, just jump on the chat, put your thoughts out, put who you're thinking is going to win today. I would appreciate it. I love chatting back and forth, so any of your thoughts would be great. I can let you know that the Football Talk definitely helps with the algorithms and helps me grow my viewership. A lot of people understand football, love football like myself, and we can talk about it. So thank you again for your time and efforts on that. So when I'm looking at this game here, the Cleveland Browns and the Chiefs, it starts today at 3:05, as you can see on the ticker here. I really see a dominant run game by Kareem Hunt, and I think he's going to have over 100 yards today, and Nick Chubb as well. I think Nick Chubb will have probably Nick Chubb over 100 and Kareem Hunt probably about 50 to 60 yards, but he always breaks them. So Nick Chubb's breaking them down, and then Kareem Hunt comes in and breaks it. So I see that and them soften them up, and I really see Jarvis Landry having a big day today. Everybody knows Patrick Mahomes is something special. He is amazing, the way that he can throw the ball with a flick of his wrist and the way he gets out, and nobody ever seems to get to him because he just really doesn't get touched too much. So we all know the speed of that team and how they can score. So you really got to, I think, look at the over here, and I'm taking the points with the Browns. So that's where I'm at on that. And as far as the Bucs goes, you never bet against Tom Brady or Drew Brees, so there's no telling who to go there. So I would just take the points. I think the Bucs are getting 2.5 or 3, so I would go with that as well, and just enjoy, or just like I'm doing, just sit back and enjoy all the games today. Watch every play, and just enjoy the beauty of football, because for a long while there, football was getting crazy. People always leaning one way, leaning one other way, not watching the games, not together. But what football is doing right now during this time with COVID being so bad is everybody's coming together, and that's what we got to do as a country. We got to come together. We got to get to work, and we got to make some money. And that's what football is able to do on Saturday and Sunday. Bring your families together, have some good food, spend time with your loved ones, and watch this craft in motion, because these teams all deserve to be here. They've all fought really hard. There's a lot of stories in this. Cleveland not being there for 15, 20 years. Tampa Bay, it's been 15 years or so since they've been at this point. So it's been a good season so far. And the poor Saints, I mean, I don't know what's up with the Saints. I feel the Saints should have won a couple more Super Bowls than they have. They just, what happened up in Minnesota with Diggs up in Minnesota breaking that play and beating them, that was like a Saints Super Bowl type year. And they always seem to lose at this point in the season. I don't understand it. And I think that's why there's not as much trust in Drew Brees up there, and why this is probably going to be his last game, because when it comes time to when you say all the chips are on the table, Drew Brees hasn't come through in a couple circumstances, and that's why they keep messing with Taysom Hill and trying to find different ways to go. You always got to be thinking about tomorrow. But I would have, if I was the coach there in New Orleans, I would have stood by my man Drew Brees the whole time and just made it 100% fact. But the way that they kind of move him in and out, I understand what they're trying to do, but that's just not giving the faith in your quarterback that he needs in an NFL season. You can see it on Drew Brees' face. He is a true a teammate, he truly cares about his team. You can see that when Taysom's on the field. But you take your star quarterback off the field on third down, when in third down and goal, second down and goal, it's not good for the flow of the game. You're not going to take Tom Brady off the field with second or third and goal to go so somebody can run the football. It just doesn't make any sense. You let your playmakers make plays, just like Aaron Rodgers said. He said yesterday, we don't change our offense for nobody or nowhere on the field. We play the same offense as if we're on the 2-yard line or if we're on the 30-yard line. So it's all the same there. So there's no changing in what you're doing. So Aaron Rodgers has got it right. You'll see they pass the ball to Davante Adams on the 2-yard line and score a lot of touchdowns that way because they're running the proper plays. Let me check the comments here. We got some people chatting here. Let's see here. Despite the record, KC has been inconsistent at times. How do you think Mahomes handles today's game? Well, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to show up, but I think they might be a little bit sluggish. And if they do that, that's what's going to give the Browns the opening that they need. If he's super sharp, though, and comes out with 2 drives right out the gate to score touchdowns and just like opens up a lead, even if it's 14 points, I just don't think Cleveland's going to have it. But who knows? Maybe it'll just be back and forth. And that's what I'm hoping for both of these games today. Everybody's hoping for back and forth games where you get some great excitement and it comes down to the very end. That's what we're all hoping for today's games. All right. Let's talk a little bit about UFC for a minute. All right. So last night or yesterday, starting at 12 o'clock, the main event in yesterday's UFC fights over at Fight Island was Max Holloway and Kattar. Okay, these guys beat the brakes off of each other, but Max Holloway landed more strikes than has ever been landed in a UFC match ever. I believe it was the 3rd round, with like 140 to 170 strikes in one round. Okay, he beat this dude down, and the guy kept coming. Now I give him mad props for staying in there. But there was one elbow landed yesterday that you could literally hear the dude's skull crack, and he still kept coming. So that's what I love about the UFC again, and why I love mixed martial arts and for a couple of different things. I know people feel the same way I do. First of all, you never really know what's going to happen. I don't care if you're the best fighter in the world, you can get knocked out on a bad day, or if you lose 1 second of focus. So people watch the UFC for that. You also watch the UFC for the stories and how people persevere. Sometimes you don't really want everybody to win all the time. I mean, it's awesome if they do, but the stories is not as great if you don't take a loss. Muhammad Ali lost back in his day. Mike Tyson lost. All the greats end up losing just because that's what happens in life. You're never going to win all the time. Now, with that being said, Khabib, I give you mad props, okay? I don't think anybody in the world is as good a fighter as you at the skill set that you have. I think the whole UFC agrees with that. They all lift you up. But at the same time, I would say 80% of everybody that watches fighting wants when you have this rematch with Conor McGregor, because I know Dana White talked to you about it yesterday and threw out $100 million. I know you're not going to pass that up. So when you get this rematch, 80% of people really hope you get knocked out. And I am one of them. I want you to get knocked out. I want you to stand up and fight Conor McGregor man-to-man, face-to-face. Not that you're not already doing that. Okay, I saw him on as I was there. You beat the brakes off of him that night. You did your ground and pound. You held him down. You are better at ground fighting than Conor McGregor. We know that. But the part of the mystique about Conor McGregor is if you give him one chance, if he gets that one shot on you, he's going to drop you. And I'm praying that he absolutely drops you this weekend, whenever y'all fight. I'm sorry, this weekend's Dustin Poirier. He's got to get through Dustin Poirier first. We all know that. But he's already predicted 60 seconds, and I am not going against the man. I think he's going to win in the first round. But a lot's going to have to play out here, okay? But back to Max Holloway. Max, the fight before last, it was stolen from you. You won that fight. I watched it. Me and my wife was like, what's going on here? We felt you was robbed. You come back, and you left no question, and I love it. I love the showmanship. I love the way that you fought yesterday, calling yourself the best boxer, setting up maybe some big paydays for you, which you deserve if you get to box somebody. But I think you should just stick with the UFC and continue fighting the way that you're fighting, because if you land that many significant strikes, nobody can really stick with you. And even Connor gets really tired. You have a heart and a spirit that is pretty much unmatched right now. Not many people can go that fast for that long. And congratulations on your big win yesterday and fighting just fearlessly yesterday. So congratulations. Stick around and watch Connor fight this weekend. I would if I was you. I know you might be ready to get home, but you might want to keep your eye on Conor McGregor, because that might be a great another fight, if we can put that together down the road. But exciting times coming up, and exciting sports weekend. So thank you, Dana White, thank you, UFC, and thank you, NFL. I mean, y'all have gotten it all pretty tight here. So let's look at let's get back to football here. So if anybody has any comments, please comment. I love taking questions and moving forward as we go here. It's been a great thing to be able to utilize all my platforms to talk about football and sports and just clear your mind a little bit. Think positive. If you clear your mind just for a little bit, I only do this for 30 minutes to an hour a day, and it really does truthfully help me be more focused in what I'm doing when it's time to be all serious. But right now we can have a little bit of fun and just talk about it and take your mind off of whatever's bothering you and the worries of the world. And I believe that my positivity can shine on you, and you might learn something that you didn't already know. So if anybody has anything they want to talk about, I am here to talk with you. Okay. So let's get back to the more technical side of things, with the lines. Okay. So the Cleveland Browns are getting 9.5 points. All right. 9.5 is, a tremendous amount of points there. It kind of seems like a little bit of a sucker. Like, we already know that the KC is going to drum them. So we'll give you 9.5 points, but a lot of football can take place in that 9.5 points. A lot of scoring, a lot of opportunity. When the game starts, 9.5 to nothing, and all you got to do is just keep that spread there. So I think that you go with that. You take that 9.5 points and hope that the Cleveland Browns show up today and play really good football and keep it down to the very end. That's really what you would like to do and see happen there. Let me see some other things here real quick. I want to see what the over and under is. All right, so the over and under for that game is 56.5. So, to me, I think that this is going to be an over as well. So I would go with the over on that and take the points for Cleveland. The Tampa Bay Bucks game, the Saints, the over and under is 52.5. And I again would go with the over in that one as well. I mean, I think that these games are going to have some high scoring. The Saints are in the Dome. Chiefs, they always score points at home, and Cleveland's going to have to score points to keep it going. I don't foresee the offense just throwing a dud up. They just got too many explosive players. So I really do expect some high-scoring games and to get over on both of those right there. So my prediction for the day, if I'm doing a parlay, I would do a 14 parlay. I'm going with the Browns plus 9.5, over 56.5, and the Saints, the Buccaneers plus the line looks to have moved a little bit. It did. It went a point. So the Buccaneers plus 2.5 and over 52.5 is my 14 parlay. That's what I would go with today if I'm pulling for teams to win. So let's switch over now to fantasy. Speaking of which, dang, I got to do my fantasy team. But anyway, I love doing fantasy football. It's $4.44, I think, to be in the thing. And you're never, the odds of winning that thing is probably more than the lottery. I don't know, but it's fun, and it gives you another aspect and another way to look at the game. But let's go with a little bit of talk now with who we think would be the best fantasy quarterback right now for the games today. And let me tell you, based on odds, who we're thinking. So let's see here. Pulling it up here. All right. Sorry for the dead air here. Dead air will get you, but I just want to make sure that I pull up the proper thing and we talk about the teams together, okay? So we are in here. All right, so for the quarterback, the highest rated quarterbacks: Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield, and Drew Brees. Okay, so you know, in these games, you never really know. I think that today I'm just feeling a Tom Brady day, so I'm going to go with Tom Brady. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then let's switch it over to running backs and see. All right, so we got Alvin Kamara, Nick Chubb, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones is questionable, Kareem Hunt, and Le'Veon Bell. And quarterback, they got Taysom Hill as a running back today. So, I mean, you got a couple good choices here. I think I'm going to roll with Nick Chubb as my running back. And let's see here. Probably, I don't know what's up with. Let's see what's up with Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is not expected to play, so Taysom Hill is out today. So there'll be none of that jumping back and forth like I was talking about with Drew Brees. It's Drew Brees' day today, so they've actually eliminated Taysom Hill, not expected to play. So I would go with I don't know. I guess I have to pick that up, but pick that up here in a little bit. You never can go wrong with Alvin Kamara. I think Alvin Kamara is going to have a great game, but he's very expensive. Like he's $9,000 compared to Leonard Fournette being $6,300 at the second place. So you're spending a lot of your fantasy dollars on Alvin Kamara if you're going with Alvin Kamara. Okay, let's skip down to the wide receivers. We got Tyreek Hill is the most expensive, Chris Godwin, Michael Thomas, Mike Evans, Jarvis Landry, AB, E. Sanders, Sammy Watkins is out, and R. Higgins, and then McCole Hardman. So you got a array of wide receivers here. I'm definitely going with AB today, and I'm definitely going with my tight end as Gronkowski today. He's much cheaper than Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's like $8,600. Gronkowski's $56. So I'm going with Brady, Brown, and Gronkowski is my core team. All right. So then my flex player. I really don't know. I don't think you're supposed to tell your whole team, so I'll keep some of my picks to myself. But I do want y'all to know that I think that Tom Brady is gonna do well today in the Dome, and you just can't go against Tyreek Hill. You got to watch out for him. So try to add them to some of your teams because Tyreek Hill, Alvin Kamara, they're always going to get you some points. I mean, it really has been a good year for them fantasy wise. Let's talk about this, y'all. Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes are both 25 years old. And Drew Brees and Tom Brady is both in their 40s, okay? Look at the aspect of these games today. It's just so crazy. You couldn't even write a script like this. And I know a lot of people use that cliche. You can't really write a script because you never really think about it. But these two young bucks in the AFC is fighting it out to go to the AFC championship game. The two old guys are fighting it out in the NFC. And just so much experience there in that game. But how awesome is it for these young guys? And look, Patrick Mahomes already won a Super Bowl at his young age. Baker Mayfield's coming trying to shock the world. Nobody believes in Baker and thinks he can get it done, but his teammates. And that's all that matters sometimes. His teammates seem like they're willing to die for him, just like the Buffalo Bills last night. You can just see how the teammates for the Buffalo Bills are willing to just give it their all to make sure that they get where they got to get. Now, of course, there has to be a loser in an NFL game. So today we're going to lose two of these wonderful teams. But I do believe that there's just so much, questioning here and things that might happen that nobody's even expecting. I feel that Baker Mayfield is ready for today's game. And I know I keep saying that, but I think he's going to be ready. I know Patrick Mahomes is ready. He come out of the gate ready. He's throwing 4 and 5 touchdowns right out the gate. So, he's obviously ready. These old players, not old, I don't say that disrespectfully, older, with Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Thank you for all the wonderful football you've given us. Drew Brees, if today is your last game, you've played so many great games and so your downfield throws, it's just amazing how you drop them in there. You lift your neck up and you can barely see over the line, but the ball is exactly where it needs to be. The precision that takes. And for you this year, you got like 4 or 5 ribs broken and you healed from that. You got your thumb hurt. You're constantly fighting. So I know what this game means to you. I know you're not ready for your season to be over. So good luck to you, but I am definitely pulling for Tom and just to prove everybody that he is the man and he is the reason for the season down there in Tampa Bay, along with all of his exciting wide receiving core and, running back. So maybe they can get it done. Well, that is my thoughts on today. I really just think that the positivity and the excitement for today's games is just going to be out there. I know everybody's going to be watching them. Just enjoy your day with your family. Thank you so much for watching this and chatting with me and sharing the word. I can see my YouTube videos and the likes and the shares on LinkedIn and YouTube. They're going up. It helps my algorithm, helps me reach my business partners and everything that I'm trying to do in life. So I believe working together and caring about one another is going to get us there. If anybody wants to grow your business and make more money with federal contracting, reach out to me. The budgets are huge this year. Green energy, green anything, green construction. If you have any ideas, now is the time to get the money grant-wise, contract-wise. I mean, why isn't there buildings being built with complete solar panels that take up solar panels on the side of the buildings instead of being spread out all over the land? Why can't we make entire buildings out of solar panels? I've come up with some of these green ideas because I'm telling you, you ought to see the budget numbers. You're talking like $14 or $15 billion per quarter in green energy projects. I mean, it's probably even more than that, but that's what I saw so far going into Q1. So if you do anything that is green, or you're trying to rotate your construction company over to that, or anything solar, you've got to reach out to me so I can ensure everything is set up properly for you and get you going with federal contracting. Of course, if you have a medical product and you want to get it into the VA and I check it out and everything, I want to help you there. And also just anybody that is just scared to start your business and jump in and do federal contracting, just reach out to me. Let me teach you what I know, because I know this. Big businesses want those small business set aside dollars. If you do not jump out there and grab them, they're all going to go to big business anyway. So we have to stick together and we have to grow together. So today was a short stream, 30 some minutes compared to yesterday, but I had a guest yesterday. But thank you all so much. Please like and share. I look at the comments all day long. If you want to talk smack, if you want to talk about your team, that's what I love doing. Just talking about the games and growing together. So everybody, I appreciate your time. Please subscribe at Johnathan Maness at YouTube. Check out all the views on all the different platforms. I'm on Twitch. I'm on LinkedIn Live right now. Thank you to LinkedIn Live for getting me out there. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And I will talk to y'all next week about football. And this week I have a great slate. Oh, let me tell you about this week before I go. Tomorrow, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I have a great friend of mine. His name's Mr. Glenn Gordon. He's an inventor of We Got You Back braces. It's the name of it, We Got You Back. Check that out. We have a call to action tomorrow. I got some things I want to share with you. He has devoted his life and time so much to these products, and I've got to share the word on that. Tuesday is a huge stream for Maness Veteran Medical. We are doing Moleculite on Tuesday. Moleculite, I went over this a bunch of times, but Moleculite is a camera, a wound imaging camera that can actually see into the wounds and let the doctors know what type of bacteria is in that wound immediately. Instead of you having to swab it and send it off and wait that time, it gives the doctors a good idea of what's going on so they can make decisions quicker to save lives and limbs. So please watch that on Tuesday. You have to help me share this. This is a life-changing product, okay? This product can save limbs, save lives, and I want to get as much word out as possible. The previews on that and the remind me's on that is way up, so I know everybody's interested in that, but if you could look on my LinkedIn and click remind me on that and share that out, okay? That's enough call to action for me. Thank you all so much. Enjoy the football today. Love you. The One Leg Bandit is out. Hope y'all have a great day.